Okay, good afternoon, students. Free fall equations, rest of the problems we can discuss ourselves. So now problem number 15 you see, students. 15. A freely falling body acquires a velocity v when it falls through a height h. Okay, students, it's a freely falling body. So we know u value is equal to 0, and what is that? A is equal to plus g, and displacement is equal to h. These conditions we should remember throughout the free fall equations. Okay, students. So now what is given? A freely falling body acquires a velocity v when it falls through a height h. So when it has fallen a height h, its velocity becomes v, and initially 0 meter per second is the velocity. The velocity acquired by it falling further distance of h. Already h meters has fallen. Again it falling further distance. So further means again it is falling 2h distance from the starting. Okay, students. So from the starting totally 2h, and total distance will become 2h, and we don't know what is the velocity. Let it be v dash. So v1 you consider this is v1, and consider this is v2. Okay, students. So started from 0 velocity, 0 height. After falling h height, velocity is v, and further h meters height it has fallen, means from here to here totally 2h, and what is this velocity we have to find it. v1 is given v. Okay, students. So we know only initial velocities and the heights. So I will take the equation. So what is that? V square is equal to 2gh equation I will take. Then v2 square by v1 square. So v2 square by v1 square is equal to 2gh2 by 2gh1 we have to write. This 2g gets cancelled. This v2 square I want to find it. That is my question mark. So this v2 is the question mark for me after falling the height of 2h. So v2 square and v1 square. v1 square means that is given v1 square means v square, and 2g gets cancelled. So what is left? h2 you know. h2 is the after falling the height of 2h. h1 is for h, and this gets cancelled. So what will you get, students? v2 square by v1 square is equal to, so 2 by 1. So this v2 square is v square already. So then v2 is equal to v2 square. We do the cross multiplication, 2 into v square. Then v2 is equal to, take 2v square root. Okay, students. Then v2 is equal to root 2 into, so that is v. So this is the answer for 15th question. Now we can go for 16th. 16th question you see, students. The ratio of the distance traveled by a freely falling body in the last second of its motion, and that in the last but 1 second of its motion, are in the ratio of 3:2. Last second and the last but 1 second. So ratios of distances traveled by a freely falling body in the last second of its motion and last but 1 second. So if the last second is nth second, last second, so last second means totally n seconds. The last second means from taking nth second, then last but 1 second, last, so last but 1 second I want, last but 1 second, last but 1 second means it will become n minus it will become n minus 1th second. Okay students, the last but 1 second means it will become n minus 1th second, and the ratios are given. So distance, height fallen in the nth second means, so height fallen in the nth second is g by 2 into 2n minus 1, and the height fallen in the n minus 1th second means again we have to write it. So g by 2 into, instead of n we should write it 2 into n minus 1 minus 1. So this ratio they have given for us 3 by 2. So that is they have given. So then the total time taken by the body to reach the ground they are asking. Total time taken by the body to reach the ground they are asking. So this g by 2 gets cancelled. So what is left here? So 2n minus 1 by here. So 2n minus 1 here, 2n, 2 into minus 1, minus 2 and minus 1. So it will become minus 3. Okay, that is equal to, they have given this ratio 3 by 2. Okay students. Then the total time taken by the body to reach the ground means we have to find n value here. Okay, now do cross multiplication. So 2 into 2, it will become 4n minus 2, and with 3 you are multiplying, so or 3 into this, 3 into 2n, 6n, and 3 into 3 minus 9. Okay students, then this minus 9 comes this side, it will become plus 9. Minus 9 comes left hand side, plus 9, and minus 2 is left here, and we have 6n here, and bring 4n that side, so then minus 4n. Then 9 minus 2 you will get 7. 7 is equal to 2n, then n is equal to 7 by 2. Its value is 3.5 seconds. That's the answer. Okay students, now we can discuss the 17th problem. So what is the 17th problem? See students, for a freely falling body, if the velocity acquired is numerically is equal to displacement suffered. So for a freely falling body, velocity acquired, velocity after t seconds for the freely falling body, we know the formula, v is equal to u plus at, that is u0, v is equal to gt, and height, displacement is equal to ut plus half at square. Ut term is 0, half at square means half gt square, and height, velocity is square, v square minus u square, v square minus u square means u square 0, 2as, a means g, s means h. Okay, and height fallen in the nth second, hn is equal to g by 2 into, what will write students, 2n minus 1. These are our given data. So now what I am doing is, students, for a freely falling body, if the velocity acquired is numerically is equal to the displacement suffered. There is a freely falling body. If the velocity acquired is numerically is equal to displacement suffered, the velocity acquired by the body they are asking. So velocity acquired is numerically is equal to, after t seconds, for a freely falling body, after what is that, t seconds, velocity is equal to, what is that they are taking, displacement. So velocity after t seconds is equal to the displacement they are giving. Velocity after t seconds means you just use it gt. and displacement after t seconds use it. So half g t square. So then this g gets cancelled. So 2t is equal to t square, you got it, and this t and t gets cancelled. Then 2 is equal to t. So that is the time we got it 2 seconds. So we got the time t is equal to 2 seconds. The velocity acquired by the body means for a freely falling body, after 2 seconds, its velocity is that is gt, and this is equal to displacement they have given. What is that velocity? After 2 seconds, this condition will be satisfied. The time I got it. So then what is the velocity after that interval of time? So velocity is, velocity at the given condition. So velocity we are calculating at the given condition. So we are finding the velocity at the given condition. So velocity is equal to g into t, that 2g is the velocity you will get. Now we can go for 18th problem, students. 18th one, see, two bodies are dropped freely from 2 points separated by distance of 10 meters, one vertically below the other. Two bodies are dropped freely from 2 points. Two bodies are dropped freely from 2 points separated by a distance of 10 meters. So there are two bodies dropped freely. Two bodies are dropped freely from 2 points separated by distance of. So if you consider the first point is P and second point is Q, and the separation between these 2 points has given 10 meters. Separation between these 2 points he gave 10 meters. Two bodies are dropped freely from 2 points. So first object is from P and second object is from Q. Both are freely falling bodies. After 10 seconds of free fall, the distance of their separation. So at the same time both the objects are dropped, so they are coming downward direction. So after 10 seconds, two bodies are dropped freely from 2 points separated by distance of 10 meters, one vertically below other, after 10 seconds of free fall. So for both the objects time is same. After 10 seconds of free fall, the distance of their separation they are asking. So okay students, at any instant of time also distance of separation will become same only. So because for P initial velocity is equal to 0 and for Q also initial velocity is equal to 0. Okay students, initial velocity is equal to 0 and for both the objects A is equal to plus D only. Both will have the same acceleration. Okay students, for both the objects initial velocity is 0 and both the objects have same acceleration and both the objects are falling for the same time, that is 10 seconds only. Both the objects are falling in the downward direction for the same time, 10 seconds only. So means they travel same distance. This separation will become same only. Okay students, since time is same, since both objects dropped from the same instant of time, since both the objects dropped from the same instant of time, instant of time, and both will have same initial velocity, both same acceleration, they travel same distances, so the separation will become same only. Okay students, for example, if you write for first object, that is for P, after 10 seconds, if they comes to this some R point, so that is, this is the height fallen if we consider. No, actually this is a theory bit, you need not to do the sum. Otherwise, after 10 seconds, what is the height fallen by the first stone? If you calculate, what is the height fallen, you check it. After 10 seconds, it will become half g t square. And for Q also you calculate, it also falls how much height? H is equal to ut plus half g t square you calculate. For this also initial velocity is 0, and here also initial velocity is 0. Then it also falls the same height only. So both has fallen the same height, means separation will become same only. Since both objects has fall same height, so separation will be same. So separation between them remains same. So separation between them remains same, students. So that's the answer. Okay students, now we can see problem number 19. What is that? A body dropped freely. After 2 seconds, another body is dropped from the same height. From the same height, we are dropping two objects. Okay students, so first body and second body. So a body dropped freely. After 2 seconds, another body is dropped from the same height. The distance of separation between them after 10 seconds they are asking. Okay students, now we have to find what is the distance of separation between them after 10 seconds. We have to find it. Okay, so means for the first body, the time difference between the two objects is 2 seconds. So height fallen by the first body. So if I write h1, height fallen by the first body, if I take h1 is equal to half g into, so 10 square. If I take the time is 10 square. So then h2. After 10 seconds they are asking, no, the second body will be dropped. The second body will be dropped 2 seconds later the first one. Okay, then height fallen by the second body half g into, you have to write 8 square. So then separation between them. So now the question mark is the distance of separation between them after 10 seconds they are asking. So after 10 seconds of after 10 seconds of free fall, the distance of separation between them they are asking. So distance of separation between them, h1 minus h2, so half g into 100 minus 64. So we will get half g value. So 1 by 2 into g into 100 minus 64, 36. 180 meters will become wrong. Okay students, now see 19th problem. A body is dropped freely. A body is dropped freely. After 2 seconds, another body is dropped from the same height. A body is dropped freely. After 2 seconds, another body is dropped from the same height. Okay, another body is dropped from the same height. The distance of separation between them after 10 more seconds. Then what do we want, students? Distance of separation between them after 10 more minutes. So question mark is distance of separation between them. Distance of separation. Distance of separation between them. So what we have to find? The distance of what is it? Distance of separation between them after 10 more seconds. Separation between them after 10 more seconds. This is the 10 more seconds. Means difference between the two objects is 2 seconds, you know. And 10 more seconds means the first body takes the second body takes 10 seconds, first body will take 12 seconds. So height fallen for the first body, if you write half g into, so that is 12 square, and height fallen for the second body, if you write height fallen for the second body, if you write h2 is equal to half g into 10 square. So we have to take the differences between them. For this, time is more, so h1 minus h2. So take the differences between them, h1 minus h2. Then half g is common, then this is 12 square and this is 10 square, and within the brackets. Then half g into 12 square value 144 minus 10 square value 100. Then half g into 144 minus 100. So that is, with the 2 it will be gets cancelled. So the separation between them will be 22 into z, that is called h1 minus h2. So if g value they have given 10, so 22 into g value they have given 10, so we will get the answer 220 meters. Now next problem, students. So next one, 20th. So a body dropped from certain height travels 36% of the total distance in the last second of its free fall. So 36% of, so what is given? A body dropped from certain height, 36% of total distance, 36% of total height. Body dropped from certain height travels 36% of the total distance in the last second of its free fall. 36% of total height in the last second of its free fall. Last second of its free fall means g by 2 into 2n minus 1. So 36%. Okay, students, percent means per every 100. Then 36 by 100 into h is equal to 36% of the total height. Means 36 by h is equal to 36% of height. This height is for how many seconds? Half g t square. T square means n square. Total time you are taking t seconds. T is n, and this is the height fallen in the n second. So that is g by 2 into what will you get? 2n minus 1. Then this g by 2 gets cancelled, and this is 25s. Then 9 by 25, and here you have n square is equal to 9 by 25 into n square is equal to, so what can you write? 2n minus 1. So you will get a quadratic equation in n square. So this is 9n square. So 9n square and 25 into 2. So what will you get, students? 50n minus 25. So then we will get 9n square minus 50n plus 25 is equal to 0. So then if we go for its roots, so we will get the answer. So n is equal to 5 seconds we will get. Okay students, perfect roots will be existing for this, you check it. Okay. So 25 into 9. So 25 into 9, you know that 225. And these 225 factors we have to select so that the sum of the factors should be 50. So 45 into 5 you select. 45 into 5. So these are the factors you write it, 9n square, and here 45n minus 5n plus 25 is equal to 0. The product of these two is equal to 225 you are getting. Okay students, then take 9n common here. So take 9n common, then n is left, and 9n you take it common. 9 5s are 45 now, so n minus 5, and minus 5 common, n minus 5, and is equal to 0. Then n minus 5 if you take it common, n minus 5 if you take it common, so n minus 5 take it common, 9n is left, and here minus 5 is left, that is equal to 0. So from this data you will get n is equal to 5. So n is equal to 5, and from here n you will get, so that is 5 by 9, which does not possible because it is less than 1 second, it doesn't possible. Okay students, now see problem number 21. Problem number 21. Ratio of distances covered by a freely falling body in the last second and last but 1 second. Ratios of distance covered by a freely falling body in the last second, last but 1 second of its fall. Last second means nth second if you take. Last but 1 second is n minus 1 second. Or in the ratio of 4:1. These ratios in the ratio of 4:1, the time of its free fall. It's an this question is like another result question, another model question like 16. The ratios of distance traveled by a freely falling body in the last second of its motion and the last but 1 second. So this 21st question is similar. 21st question is similar to what is that 16th question. So both are same model. Okay students, ratio of distance traveled by a freely falling body in the last second of its motion and the last but 1 second of the motion, they have given some ratios. So you have to go for solution. So what is that? Distance traveled a body, the ratio of distance covered by a freely falling body in the last second. Distance covered in the last second means we will write g by 2 into 2n minus 1, and last but 1 second means we will write g by 2 into, so this is n is the last second, last but 1 second means n minus 1 we have to write it, and this ratio they have given for us. So 4:1. Okay, here g by 2 gets cancelled. So what is left? 2n minus 1. By here, what do we have? 2n minus 2. So you will have 2n minus 3. So that is equal to 4 by 1, and do cross multiplication, bring all n terms one side and all constants one side, will get the, so n value we will get, keep solving. So keep solving easy. So you will get answer, n value is equal to 11 by 6 seconds. So this is the answer for 21. Now we can do 22. So problem number 22 we can solve now. Problem number 22. A body is allowed to fall from a height of 100 meters. After 2 seconds, acceleration due to gravity ceases. So question is, students, a body is allowed to fall from a height of 100 meters. A body is allowed to fall from a height of 100 meters. After 2 seconds, acceleration due to gravity vanishes. The total time of its fall they are asking. Okay. Total height is given 100 meters. And first 2 seconds it is allowed to fall. 2 seconds. So what is that? Allowed to fall freely. Allowed to fall freely. And after that gravity vanishes. So after gravity vanishes, after 2 seconds. So this is also given data. So gravity vanishes after 2 seconds they have given. The total time of its fall, they are asking how much time it takes to fall total 100 meters. So body is allowed to fall from a height of 100 meters. So first 2 seconds it's a free fall body. So height fallen in the first 2 seconds I want to know. So height fallen in the first 2 seconds, you write it half g t square. Okay students. So this half g value they have given 10, half into g value 10 into t square, 2 square. This is the height fallen for 2 seconds. So half g value, 2 5 6 gets cancelled. So means 5 t square. T is 2 square 4. So then height fallen. So height fallen we will get how many meters, students? So 20 meters is the height fallen we will get. Okay. So total height is, so rest of the height. So remaining distance, or so rest of the height 8. Rest of the height it travels with, so what is that? Rest of the height it travels with constant velocity. Okay students, rest of the height it travels with a what is that? Constant velocity only, because there is no gravitational force. Gravity vanishes after 2 seconds. So means there is no force. There is no force means it keeps moving with the rest of the height it travels with a constant velocity. So that is velocity after 2 seconds. Velocity after 2 seconds means v is equal to gt. So that is t value 2, you will get 2z. So velocity after 2 seconds you are writing 2z, 2 into z. So you will get 20 meters per second. So with this what is that speed, it remains constant. Whenever acceleration ceases or vanishes after certain time, they are telling. So for example, an object is started here and getting accelerated, and up to particular time they will say up to what time the force is acting on it, and after that the force is ceased to stop acting, means the force is not acting on it, means you have withdrawn the force, then it keeps on moving with the same constant velocity. So it is moving with a constant velocity only. Okay, that is with 20 meter per second velocity going, and it has to cover the rest of the distance. Totally 100 meters, 20 meters it has traveled. So rest of the distance is, so total height minus height fallen. So total height 100, height fallen is 20. So you will get 80 meters. And the time. So the question is what? Then the time of its 22. So the total time of its fall they are asking. So what is the time taken to fall this distance? You check it. Time taken to fall this distance. So distance by velocity after 2 seconds you have to write it, students. Velocity after 2 seconds. So 80 meters it travels with this constant velocity of 20 meters per second. So 0 gets cancelled. So it is taking 4 seconds time. So total time means, so now we have to find the total time. Total time means first 2 seconds it travels 20 and remaining 80 meters in the 4 seconds. So total time means 2 plus 4. So answer is 6 seconds. And don't get confused, students. Yeah, answer is 6 seconds. So, and 4 seconds option is also there, but don't go for 4 seconds, go only for 6 seconds.